Had to go get stitches at immediate care.
Man, those belligerent beavers, man.
Whew, Hattie's beavers. Australian
Crikey. Yeah.
musician hunter, whatever you want to call it.
Bands of nature. That's what I call it. I want to do
Bands
that.
of nature.
Bands of nature.
From Leigh Ann Underwood. She's gonna tell us all about what she got. She's gonna tell us all the things that she's got going on.
We've actually gotten to work together, which is really fun. What's your favorite thing about working for Southern Bone and Joint?
I love everyone I work with, from the doctors to all of our staff. We're taking care of our patients, whatever it takes.
Something else that was really awesome was seeing you get the J. Slaughter Catalyst Award. Susan Slaughter got to present it to you. What did it mean for you to get this award from her?
This award has meant the most.
The hardest street boys, hardest street boys, hardest street boys. It's the hardest street boys.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, man, so what's been up? We had a pretty chill week. We were talking about this offline. What did we actually do?
Well, after our shoot with Dr. Joe Paul, Presidente,
Yeah.
El Presidente,
That was huge.
I decided to rescue some children from a rabid beaver, and yeah,
In a burning building. There's a rabbit beaver in a
it was in
burning
a
building.
creek. It was in a creek, but these kids were being like, I saw them, and the beaver had this look in his eye, and I was like, "Whoa, that beaver is going to attack those children!" So I went down there, intervened. The beaver latched on, got a little bite on me, and I just kind of like threw him off. But he broke the skin a little bit.
Yeah.
And I had to go get stitches, and this was all right before a Pine Bell Pickers show at the Keg and Barrel. So had to go get stitches at immediate care.
Man, those belligerent beavers, man.
Whew, Hattie's beavers.
Yeah, so that's definitely how you cut your arm.
That's exactly how I cut my arm.
It wasn't a fan blade that bit you. It was a
wasn't-
beaver.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I started wondering if like DJ Fanblade sounds cool.
Actually, it does sound pretty cool.
Yeah?
Anything with blade in it's pretty tight.
That's cool. I might roll with it.
Yeah. DJ. Yeah, for sure. Well, the good people at Immediate Care stitched you out, and then they came to the show, which was really sweet.
Yes. Thank you to the fine folks at Immediate Care. I thought I was like, hey, I was in really good spirits. You know, they were helping me out. They stitched me up, and I was like, y'all, I gotta go play a show. Please feel free to come by and hang out. Keg and Barrel.
Man, you kind of made me panic a little bit. You called me, you're like, oh my gosh, it's so bad. This is so ridiculous. You know, I was worried about you, but it's good when you have people you can.
Yeah.
You could drive yourself. You got to help, and they helped you out.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the Arts Center for having a really nice first aid kit here.
There you go.
It's always nice. You know, there's people in here who do like way more dangerous things than we do, and
That's what's funny is the first injury was the podcast guys.
yeah. Well, yeah, it wasn't the guy with the stained glass or the lady making jewelry over here.
No.
It was me tinkering away.
Bro, art is
That
dangerous.
beaver.
That beaver, man. Got you, bro. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Last week's episode was crazy, dude. Just the fact that Dr. Joe Paul, the El Presidente, we're lobbying for him to be permanent, but you know, he's so humble. He's like, man,
yeah.
what a nice guy. There's so many people to be like, give me that. You know, he's like really just wants the university to thrive and do well, and just what a nice guy to just come on our show. Like it's kind of silly, and I think sometimes people might get a little intimidated by it, or maybe like that's not their cup of tea. And then he shows up, he's got the jacket he got on Frenchman Street, like, so that's immediately like buku brownie points, you know.
Yeah.
And then was just so nice and kind, and I like that. I like when people in power or in positions of power are nice and kind and realize that, you know, they live in this community too. So
exactly.
It's
something humbling. It's very being humble, you know.
It was really sweet, man. It was really cool. So I really enjoyed that. I was riding high after that. It was hard to like kind of settle down.
Yeah.
You know, but it's fun getting to put those out and see him share it and all that. And I'm excited about the fall. Southern Miss football, you know, they're in training camp.
It's coming up.
Coach Will Hall, I'm excited about what he's going to do. I mean, El Presidente got me stoked, you know?
Yeah, man. He got me stoked as well. Like football season, we've got a coach who's on the rise, trying to make things happen. New conference, new energy, new students coming in.
Yeah.
Full
of hope.
Yeah, lots of
full
hope.
of hope.
Yeah.
And we got, thanks to Jim Cole, we got to have him on the show for our pennant and stickers and some sunglasses. So
yeah,
got
bringing
some Southern Miss swag.
That swag, bringing that swag back from Southern Miss.
Swag.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
Swag stock.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's awesome. We're excited about that. Definitely need to get on my season ticket game for sure and go to more football games this year.
Oh, yeah.
I saw, actually, we talked about, I saw John Smith this past weekend and, talked a little bit about Southern Miss football. And, there is excitement in the air amongst the USM fan base. And it's going to be a good time to be in Hattiesburg for sure.
Yeah, we should get his take on what he thinks the season might bring. He's pretty good at predicting things.
Eags by 90.
Yeah, he's pretty good at predicting a season. I'd love to hear his take.
We'll get it. Yeah, we'll get him on here for sure. I was hard at work. I did a little interview video with Ray Bradford and his band at the Thirsty Hippo. They played a show. I think that was 2 weeks ago. And I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. I was just going to try and use it for like Instagram. And then I kind of created made a bigger project out of it. The link's in the description if you want to check it out. But it's, man, Ray's awesome. All those musicians, it turned into like a hippo love fest because you love the Thirsty Hippo.
Of course. I think I watched it and I was just like blown away that what people are talking about as far as being musicians and getting to play the hippo and how sometimes if you're a musician in town and you're looking for a place to play, you might reach out to Brad or something like that. But it is one of those things where for some it might be easy, for some it might be harder because there is like a vibe there. The hippo has definitely got a vibe. So, dude, what you did was really cool. I love that video. And I love the interviews. I love the playfulness and the hilarious part where you were doing your little Australian
crikey. Yeah.
Musician hunter, whatever you want to call it.
Bands of nature. That's what I call it. I want to do that. Bands of nature. I want to do that through with other groups, especially locally. But thank you, man. That's nice. It's I don't know. Just I was talking to Amani Stevens. She was like, man, she was very kind and said, here, I'm going to give you your flowers because you're giving Ray flowers and the hippo their flowers. And I just didn't expect it to be, I didn't expect anything to be that significant. Like, I didn't know that the gig would mean that much. Like, I know it, it is. Like, you play there, and that's a big deal that you get to go up there and play solo. But you just, because you go and do it enough, it just kind of feels like that's just what Jamie does. It's not like, you don't have time to, talk about how much you appreciate it publicly.
Dude, I still have to pinch myself every time I'm like, man, I can't believe, it's crazy. I can't believe that I'm being allowed to do what I do at the Hippo. And the last couple of shows have been electric, man. It's been awesome. And, yeah, I mean it's definitely hollowed ground, It's a great space, man.
Yeah, for sure. And it was cool. The biggest one for me, Jaime Jimenez, man. We went to Tim's Elementary together, and just knowing him that many years, and then really getting to hear his take, it was cool, man. It was really cool. And shout out to Whit Sanguinetti for helping me film a little bit and
Code Enforcement Officer Whit Sanguinetti.
Is that what it is? Is that his title?
Yeah, he does code enforcement.
Oh man, so
those work crews out there working hard. They say Whit coming. They're like, oh, here we go.
Is that when he's on the computer a lot, like coding?
No, he goes to work sites and be like, oh, now let's put all our equipment down and stop what you're doing.
Cool. This wasn't that. This was different.
Yeah.
But yeah. He did ask me if there was a fire extinguisher somewhere. I was like, that doesn't seem like it's pertinent to this video, but that would make sense. Code enforcement.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, but yeah, man, it was good times. Pretty chill weekend. Got to just hang out, got to see some friends, and but really just took it easy and watched some soccer at Keg and Barrel. Premier League's back on. The English Premier League. So super stoked about that.
Go Gunners.
Yeah, they're
right.
Man, my Manchester United lost to Brighton. We're terrible. So bad. I don't know why. It's tough. It's tough being a United fan right now. So if you watch soccer, you know. So,
yeah, y'all know. You know.
Yeah, I saw John Neal. We're talking about World Cup times. You know, we have a Winter World Cup this year.
It's coming.
In Qatar. So there's some really exciting things he's got going at the Keg and Barrel. That big TV in the back. There's going to be some huge games to watch, specifically England, USA, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. It's going to be huge. So really excited about that, man. And just... You know, it was fun to hang out with friends I hadn't seen in a little while, and kind of reconnect, you know. So,
yeah.
Check in with your friends. Check in with everybody. Check in with your people.
Yeah, holler at your people.
There's no reason to go long periods of time without just like a little text or something.
Yeah. So, I got to see some friends. There was a tennis tournament at Tatum Park, and I got to DJ Friday night, and the Delta Maddox played Saturday night. There was a barbecue. It was Keith Superstores put on this tennis tournament at Tatum. You know, most tournaments around here, there's not too many tournaments at Tatum, so it was great to see one back at the public facility, the public courts, you know. A lot of cool things going on with the city. But, yeah, hopefully Tatum can be on the come-up with tennis. I love it, man. I love tennis. Still got a love for the game.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah, you're DJing a lot now. You're getting out there.
Yeah, people been hollering, which is great. If you need a DJ, holler at me. So
He's available for hire.
You know?
No event too strange for Massive J, DJ Flanblade, to get out there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Just book him. But yeah, we got coming up. I'm trying to think what we have coming up. I really don't know of any specific events. I am excited about our guest today, though, Leigh Ann Underwood.
Leigh Ann Underwood? We just talked about her the other day.
We said, oh, we should get her on the show. Well, boom, we booked her. So here we go.
Let's go.
We saw her at Best of the Pine Belt. She received the Jay Slaughter Catalyst Award.
That's right, the Catalyst Award.
That was a really sweet moment, too. We're going to talk to her about all of that. So, after this, Leigh Ann Underwood.
Drew, do you appreciate the arts at all?
Bro, I'm a partner for the arts.
You're a partner for the arts?
Yeah.
Well, what do they do?
They raise money for USM Foundation.
Do they have anything coming up or going on to like raise funds for the arts?
Funny that you ask. Actually, a Diamond Affair.
What? A Diamond Affair?
Yeah, it's an event you can actually go to. You can buy tickets, link in the description. But you can also donate to Partners for the Arts. I am tasked with, I'm actually a Viscount. It's not a Viscount. I'm trying to raise $2,000.
Where does the money go?
Goes to the arts. All Southern Miss, students, guest artists, productions, shows with the music department, theater, visual art, all of it. Help me get to $2,000, please. Help me. I've been training for a Diamond Affair for years. This is my time to shine. Please help me out. Link in the description below.
So you're telling me they partner for the arts?
Yeah, a Diamond Affair.
A Diamond Affair.
You gonna donate, Jamie?
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
On a talk show.
Leigh Ann Underwood coming from that neighborhood. Now it's understood that she's on the show. What are we gonna talk about? I don't know. Possibly things in Hattiesburg. Southern Bone and Joint. Let's get to the point and talk about stuff in Hattiesburg. And let's talk a little more. Let's get to hear more from Leigh Ann Underwood. She's gonna tell us all about what she got. She's gonna tell us all the things that she's got going on. She's got all the things. She's got her finger on the pulse and all that stuff. Fingers on the pulse. It's time to start the interviewed part of the show. We've got Leigh Ann Underwood. We've got Leigh Ann Underwood.
Thank you, Jamie. Man, did you like stay up all night working on those lyrics?
No.
Well, Leigh Ann Underwood.
Impressed.
Yeah, like so you got serenaded. I mean, Jamie's, he's a great house band, one-man house band. How are you today? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm still impressed and blown away by that. There were no sheets, nothing. Just he did that off the cuff.
He's good with it. How have you been? What's been up? What's been going on? You have been very busy.
I have been, but we just had a senior breakfast and senior first last day and the swim party for the football and cheerleaders at Sacred Heart. So that's kind of kept me busy. But yes, we recently did something together regarding the award.
Yes. Well, so you got Jill and George. They're Sacred Heart. She's a senior?
Senior.
What is that like having a senior in the house?
It's scary.
Yeah.
And it's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for her. We've got one more year. So I've actually gotten off all of my boards, and this is my focus. We are going to just enjoy our last year together.
That's awesome. That's really exciting. So what's it like being, I feel like you are a downtown Hattiesburg like fixture. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like everybody knows you? Like that. I want to get to the Catalyst Award that you got, but like everybody knows you, and you seem to have like a positive relationship with just so many people. Like, is that something that you think about day to day?
I don't think about it, but I've lived here 27 years. And when we moved here from Memphis, I started at Pine Belt Mental Health, and my boss wanted me to get involved in the community, and that was a priority. So that was great that you have my work encouraging me to get involved, and I've always worked somewhere where they have wanted us involved in the community. And I love it. I feel like that you're giving back, but you're making things better and always looking for solutions.
Yeah. What is your Hattiesburg story? What brought you here initially?
Greg, he came to USM. He was here for his PhD. And we were here we thought we would be here 4 years and probably move back to Memphis, and realized it's a great place to raise a family, which we didn't have a family at the time. It was just us. And so we've stayed.
Yeah. We talked to El Presidente, Dr. Joe Paul, last week, and he talked about Hattiesburg being kind of like the black hole because of the university. So same is true with you at, 23 years ago. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So you work with Southern Bone and Joint now, very much involved in the community. We've actually gotten to work together, which is really fun. What's your favorite thing about working for Southern Bone and Joint?
I love everyone I work with, from the doctors to all of our staff. It's an incredible team, and we all have the same culture, I guess the same mindset where we're taking care of our patients, whatever it takes. And it's just a great group, and it's different. It's a different feel. And even though we've grown, I know when they moved in the building, it was 25 people, and now we're 250. And it's just amazing, and we've still kept the family feel.
What do you think makes Southern Bone and Joint different? Because it does feel different, but I haven't been involved long enough to really put my finger on it. It just seems like everyone operates at a quick pace and like very efficient. Like, is that something you feel working there?
Absolutely, and it comes from the top. It comes from the physicians. They're a great group. They are all involved, and they're all on the board, so they all have a say. And our CEO has done a great job. Our COO, Stephanie McCreary, who I work with, she's carrying on, and we're doing lots and continuing on. We have worked every day during the pandemic and after the pandemic, and we've taken care of everyone.
Yeah, what is it like? So what's your official title? Is it development?
Business Development Director.
Okay, so yeah, Business Development Director is like such a zoomed out view, right, of so many topics and so many issues. Like, how do you wrangle all of that? Like, I feel like because you have to be here, you got to be there, you got to talk to these people, you have to have this project, we got to get this person involved. How do you kind of zoom in when you're working day to day and get all that done? Because it just seems like a lot.
You don't. It's everything. And it's marketing, it's advertising, it's internal, it's external. And somehow I'm over security. And so it's just whatever they need us to do, we all do it. And we get it done. But it's a lot. And you can have your list and you can think, I'm going to do this today, I'm going to work on this. And then something else comes at you. You get it done.
Well, I'm just curious because how long have you been at Southern Bone and Joint?
20 years this month.
Yeah, so you don't work anywhere for 20 years unless you're just absolutely crushing it, right? So I'm curious, like, what kind of insight, other people can gain, especially young professionals, like from your success, basically. Are you ever involved in any groups locally that like where you're able to mentor young professionals and speak to your business acumen?
Absolutely. I joined sales and marketing executives, and that's where I met a lot of my mentors in town. And then I'm also involved in the public relations group. And I've learned so much from people who are older and people who are younger. I think that's part of it. You can learn from anyone, and everyone has great ideas, and you just need to be around those people and network with them. And I have people that I will send things over to. I'm like, I need a fresh pair of eyes. Look at this. Help me with this all the time. Because I'm a one-man show. It's just me.
Yeah, how do you do it? It doesn't really make sense that you do. I mean, because everybody I've talked to, any physician I've gotten to interview so far, like they all say like how much you do, right? And it just seems like, I don't know, I'm not trying to freak you out or anything. I just want to figure out, like, I want to be like that. I want to get a lot done and figure out how to manage something like that, or just having a lot on your plate long term,
I think when you have something easy to market, that it's not a job, and they do such a great job. It is. It's just easy. And I get a lot of input from everyone. And I tell everybody at orientation, I was like, you are the eyes and ears. You see things. You tell me. You tell us how we can improve. And I think it's that kind of mentality that everybody's in it together. I say I'm a one-man show, but I have 250 people who are helping me all the time. Yes. And I appreciate them. And so I think people just want to be appreciated, and our doctors do that.
That's like a really healthy outlook, I feel like. Just making sure that you're leaning into your network. Like living downtown, I know you have a great group of friends that, we saw at the Best of the Pine Belt Awards, Do you lean into your friendships as well? Absolutely.
They are the ones that get to hear all the other sides of everything and hear all the stories. But yes, we have a good group, and a lot of that's because of where we live in our neighborhood. We've all had children the same age, and we've all gone to school together, and you just spend a lot of time with them.
You feel like the Sacred Heart's like the neighborhood school for downtown. Is that important to you?
It is for us. Yes, it's been great. My kids have done well academically and artistically. I tell people all the time there's so much there, and you were part of that too. So it's been a great experience for us.
That's awesome. Something else that was really awesome was seeing you get this. This is the J. Slaughter Catalyst Award. Friend of the show, Mike Lopinto, got it last year. So they're not just handing it out to anybody. Susan Slaughter got to present it to you. What did it mean for you to get this award from her?
This award has meant the most. Jay was my friend. He was our neighbor, mentor. And as I said, he wasn't the type of mentor who told me what to do or how to do it. You just watched him, and you saw how he lived and how he worked and how he loved. And you see it in his family. His family is just outstanding. And I just want to be like him. And everything you work towards, you want that mentality, and you want to love others like he did. And I was telling Susan, I said, I can just see him on this couch just laughing, and he had the best laugh. And every time you saw him, he was laughing and he was happy. And I have to remember that, because sometimes I do. I get serious. I get caught in the moment. I'm a perfectionist. So if things go wrong, as you've seen sometimes before, I just get a little flustered. But it doesn't mean that I'm just striving to be better. And so I do. I think about him because he did. He did it all, and he did it so well.
How important is it to have someone like that in your life? Because you got the award, but you're like that. I see you that way. How important is it to have someone in your life like that?
I think it's incredible, because you want to model yourself, and you kind of check yourself too with things, and want to just always be better.
There's not a lot of people I've found. I wish there were more people who were focused on just being better, because do you find that difficult, or is it just kind of part of what your values are?
Sure, it's hard because we're human, and we all make mistakes, and we get frustrated, and angry. Everybody's angry these days. And I just think that if we can help one person in our world, it's going to make it better. And that's what I said in my speech, that we can all be a Jay Slaughter. And so let's go out there and make this world better. And I do. I see people all the time. Everybody's struggling with something right now. And I tell people all the time, I said, tip well. All these people who are working so hard, tip well when you can. Even people who don't get tips. I said, I've been tipping people when I go through the drive-thru. And I tell people, quit buying people your food or coffee who are behind you in the car line, because those people can afford it. It's the people who are serving you. Tip them and use that money for that person. So just try to make differences where you are. And, you know, sometimes if it means somebody cutting in front of you, it's fine. You know, you're going to get to wherever you need to be. It's going to be okay. Don't get so frustrated with when you're in lines and things like that. We let these little things get to us. And I'm really working hard on things like that.
Yeah, wow. That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm bad with road rage. And there's no point in it. It's pointless, you know? It's you're just getting worked up for no reason. Yeah, I do feel like this is a place where I'm very happy with the people, especially in my circle, and I'm very happy that I consider you in my circle. Like, I like that you have that attitude, because it doesn't. I just wish it was more common. You know, I wish more people got on board with that. So that's great.
Well, we don't talk about it enough. We don't tell others, you know, and I'm trying to do that with my children. And talking about road rage, I do worry about my children driving. You know, George just got his permit. And I think about other people. I'm like, please give them some grace. And please, you know, I always tell them, look, when you're at a stop sign at a red light, that people are running them all the time. And I'm thinking, where are you going? What do you need to be at? That's so emergent.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that. It's like decision making just isn't super hot right now. There's a lot of people just, I think, in stress positions, and people react. So if you can be in a position of giving grace, you should, you know.
Absolutely.
So absolutely. Well, this is awesome. We're going to take a short little break. After this, more Leigh Ann Underwood. Community Bank.
Community Bank.
They're there for all your banking needs. You can get a mortgage loan officer, talk to him face to face. You can open a checking account, a savings account.
Yeah, checking accounts are cool.
You could get like a loan for, I'm still getting that loan for 7 jet skis. Kobe, just approve it. I know you have a stamp that says approved. I know it's on your desk, man. I know it's on your desk. Just approve it. And I'm actually, don't approve it yet. I'm going to need more money because I need to buy like the trailer and then the trucks. I'm going to have to daisy train like trailers together to pull these 7 jet skis.
Where would you house 7 jet skis?
Well, so what I would do, because I just don't trust filling up gas tanks at the pump, you know? I would just, when it runs out of gas, I just leave it on the lake. I swim over to my trailer, and then I get another one.
Yeah.
And so it's just, there's a bunch of just like leopard print jet skis just floating around Lake Serene. I'm like, dude, what's happening?
Baller move right there.
Bro.
Just leaving them. I'm done with this one.
I'm done. Community Bank, member FDIC.
Equal housing lender. Hold on. Equal housing lender.
First take, genius.
So good.
Love it, man. Community Bank, man, we love them, man. Love Jeff, Kobe, all the homies at Community Bank.
Eric Rogers,
Yeah,
best
man.
of the Pine Belt, financial guy, big time. Go talk to him. Talk
time.
finance.
Oh, wow. And we're back. We're back. So I hear you have some. I mean, we don't do this show for the gifts, but you do have some Southern Bone and Joint.
I've got some swag.
I'm very curious
I have
what
a
you
swag
have.
bag. So we'll see first. Let's see what we have in here. I like kind of the rabbit that comes out of the hat.
Yeah.
I do have some tumblers.
Nice.
We're not going to talk about what you put in them.
Yeah, lots of
Whatever you want. Lots of water.
Water.
I'll let you open that one.
Okay.
My friend Susan Miller has Taterbug stationery, and I just thought, in case you ever need to write a thank you note for all your swag.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. And the gift is not a Ziploc bag, to be clear. It is Hardy Street Boys, official Hardy Street Boys thank you notes.
We've got nice stationery.
I know who the first thank you note's going to.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy. That's really awesome.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you.
That was courtesy of Susan. She wouldn't let me pay for it. So, I have a T-shirt. It's a dry fit shirt for your workout days.
Oh, yes.
Where do you?
Versus.
Versus. Yes.
Yes.
How could we forget that? And then for Jamie, you're wearing. This is your color.
Heck yeah.
And then Southern Bone and Joint.
I love it.
Go gold.
Southern Bone and Joint.
top.
Miss to the top.
To the top. The tippy top.
Who needs a little bear?
Oh, this
I
is
do.
awesome.
Cuddly.
Yes. This is so nice. Well, thank you, Leigh Ann. You
Little
come
Southern
bearing
Bone
gifts.
Literature for y'all to read after
Yes.
the show.
Yes.
And then, are y'all superstitious? You know?
I'm a little stitious.
Yeah. So Southern Bone and Joint.
Nice.
It's one of those inverted, and then it stands up on its own for all these rainy days. We've had a lot of rain lately.
We have. Well, we're a tropical climate, it seems like, these days. So this is awesome. This is so cool. Fancy umbrella.
Thank
Slide
you.
bag.
Love a
Tote,
bag.
little tote. This is so cool. Well, yeah, dry fit. Oh, this is nice. I didn't see this on the back. Well, thank you very much. We
welcome.
appreciate it. So,
Wear it with pride.
absolutely. That's gonna get sweat in for sure. I'm just curious, like, how do you see Hattiesburg? You know, because I don't think we talk about it in broad terms, really, ever. But I'm just curious, like, what does this city mean to you?
This city's very unique. It's actually the longest I've ever lived anywhere. I was born in Seoul, Korea, so I tell everybody I was adopted and lived in Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, now Mississippi, and so I tell everybody I've always been a Southern girl. So I think that Hattiesburg is a great Southern city, but it's also very progressive, and I think that's what makes us different, that we're always looking forward to other things. It's a huge medical community. I always tell people with all of the physicians that we have a lot of attorneys. And so, but I think what makes us really unique is our arts. I think you do not see that in other cities in our state. We have had incredible people. I tell people all the time, I'm like, I've seen Ray Charles. I have seen Yo-Yo Ma. We had just Pavarotti, USM brought him here, Renee Fleming, all of these great, incredible artists that you do not see in other places. And we have something, especially before the pandemic, there was art, something you could do every night. And we just need to take advantage of it. And I think that makes us different, adding culture to your life.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason why I wanted to be a part of USM's Partners for the Arts. And that touches everything. And those students, they need us more than ever. Because in the pandemic, what did we do? We watched TV, movies, we read books, we listened to music. It got us through. And so these are the people who need us now.
Well, as friend of the show, Mike LaPinta says, don't say you don't support the arts and then go watch Netflix.
Right.
Because that's what it is. You know, all the creature comforts of staying in or staying home. It's not just going to shows, but Partners for the Arts is something that really helps shows happen here. And the university does change the feel of this. You know, it's a small town, but it's different because of the university. So Partners for the Arts has something. I'm actually a Viscount. It's not a Viscount, a Viscount. It's called a Diamond Affair. 19th century style gala and raising money for the Partners for the Arts. So what is that? Like, how could people get involved and be a little more aware of what Partners for the Arts is doing?
It's going to be so exciting. It's September 15th. And we have had just incredible events, and this one will be just so. And what's interesting is that everyone's raising money that they've invited to do that, to be the debutantes and viscounts. So I think that's going to be a great element to it. But it's going to be lots of theater, dance, food, lots of surprises. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be an incredible event.
Where is it?
The venue.
The venue. Okay, downtown. Yeah, by the bakery.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people can buy tickets. They can be sponsors of it. I have no doubt it will be sold out.
Yeah. For tickets, the link is in the description below. And then if you want to help me out to hit my $2,000 goal, please help me out. You can also click that link below too. So that's exciting. I've been telling people, a Diamond Affair. I've been rocking diamond earrings for years, and people are like, what are you doing? And it's all led up to this moment. People just didn't know. But yeah, that's Partners for the Arts is great, and it's so cool getting to be a part of that now, where I played shows with like Hub City players, and you always hear, this is brought to you by Partners for the Arts, and it's so cool to be involved now, kind of come full circle. It meant a lot.
Exactly.
You know?
Everything comes full circle here.
Absolutely. And so the university's a different it adds a different aspect with, and you said it's a medical community. You have a lot of physicians, but we have a lot of professors here,
Yes.
a lot of people with doctorates, and you happen to live with one of them. What's that been like?
I do. My husband's has his PhD, so he's Dr. Greg Underwood, so he can recite poetry to me all the time. That's what brought us here. And Greg did everything, wrote everything but his dissertation. He did about 80 pages, and then he stopped. And years went by. He taught. He loves to teach. That's all he wanted to do was teach. And then when we had our children and they got older, he said, I need to teach them that you finish what you start. So he went back and he got his PhD. And 25 years later, we were wondering if that was the longest time. But it was really exciting, and I'm real proud of him.
Is he like cocky about it? Because I feel like if I had a PhD, I'd be telling everyone, that's doctor. Excuse me. He seems pretty chill, but I don't.
He is definitely, and he just that wasn't important to have those letters behind his name, but it was important for him to finish.
Yeah, he's got to feel good about that.
Yeah, I went to the Pearl River Community College, Hattiesburg campus, and took English from a Mr. Underwood. And now he's a doctor.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was definitely an older student at the community college. Definitely enjoyed my time. Loved the teachers there. Loved everybody there. So, yeah, good times at the river.
What was he like as a teacher, Jamie?
He was awesome. It's actually kind of weird because I was an older student and I was appreciating going back to class. I feel like he had to put up with a lot of things with younger students being on their phones and stuff, and I was actually like trying to pay attention. But it was great. We read Shakespeare. I wrote many essays. A good time was had in Mr. Underwood's class.
Yeah, but now Dr. Underwood. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Underwood. You did it.
That's so awesome. That's so cool.
Go, Greg.
Yeah.
Dr. Greg.
That's so cool. What's your favorite thing about Hattiesburg?
I love the people. People are so generous, as we've all seen after Katrina. Just everybody came together. You see the best and the worst after that, but we saw so many of the best, and people just, tornadoes, all of our disasters that we've had, people just rally together, and it's just been amazing. And then to see people help other people in other communities, it's really unique.
What's best case scenario in our community? What do you want for this place?
For us just to thrive, have more people that have the same mindset, that want to see our downtown grow and see small businesses thrive, that we take care of each other. And I think that we do that, and we can definitely improve on that.
I love it. Well, I think you are a shining beacon in the community, and I'm not just saying that. Like, there's a reason you're at the table. There's a reason you have, you're getting like lifetime achievement awards. There's a reason people speak well of you, and so I appreciate you, and I think Hattiesburg is very fortunate to have you as a member of the community and a leader for sure. So
thank you.
Thanks for sitting down with us. This has been awesome. Jamie, can you play us out?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Leigh Ann Underwood, she told us stuff she knows about Hattiesburg, and her husband Greg taught me how to read words, and I know how to speak and talk in public thanks to Dr. Underwood. And she loves Auburn, but she didn't talk much about that. No. And she knows Charles Barkley. She knows all the folks from Auburn. And she likes the University of Southern Mississippi Partnership for the Arts. They got a thing going on.